talking today, let me just bring the music down a little bit. There we go. What we're going to be talking about today are two fights that I wanted to kind of show you guys how to break them down, or what I see in them, and how to kind of avoid what these teams are doing, or to do what these teams are doing. One is pretty cut and dry. The other one I think is going to be a really good exercise in showing you guys what's not so obvious, and it's something that I haven't analyzed fully myself yet, because I kind of want to show you my step-by-step process of like what is going on, because it's not obvious off the bat, and you know, sometimes us coaches, we've got to actually delve a little deeper than what meets the eye to actually figure it out, because sometimes it's not visible even to us. So I think it will be a good exercise to go into that, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. Here we go. So look, but you can kind of see the ridge line that they've got here, right? There's no way DRS should allow anybody to come forward here. Falcons do the play that they should do. They go after TT first. They are in the rougher position, but it just means extra points. Nice nade, action OP. And so now they've got an entry point here. They're that bit closer to the zone. That should tell you everything you need to know about DRS and why I'm calling it a throw. Right? DRS in a massive ridge should have this. Look at all that open ground between Falcons and DRS. There is no way that Falcons should be able to get through here. Let's watch. So, Icy with the vehicle. They do have a couple of vehicles, I'll give them that. But there should be there. Yeah, it does connect. Those shots connect there. Who's that going to be? Nurzed goes down very, very low. But he does get healed back up. It's all good. Nice Molotovs. Good smokes here. So this is really nice from Falcons, right? They do have those vehicles, so they're smoking it up first. They're going to move in with their buggies. This is pretty nice. However, DRS, Sleepy, what you doing, my guy? So DRS do get rid. Sleepy does go down here. He does get taken out very quickly. This is a really nice push from Falcons. They take the open side. But Sleepy, I can't fault Sleepy necessarily for this, because we all know how hard it is to dodge a vehicle, so he is going to go down here. I don't think he should have gone down, but he does. And once the vehicle's coming towards you, hard to really do anything about it. So then you have the other three going with the nades and things, and I'm just not sure that was the play. I would have preferred a much more aggressive look, but Falcons are Falcons. You want to make sure you're not going to give them anything to them. So at this point in time, Icy does have a nade here, so that is going to be a bit of an issue, because that nade could go here, it could go here, and it could go here, right? So he's got quite a reach with that nade. However, having said that, I would have really liked to see Giante or Killer or anybody come here, come this way, chuck some nades here, and then make a push. I would like to see them get rid of Nurzed if possible. That is the key point, right? This is Falcon's anchor. Nurzed is Falcon's anchor here. And they really needed to get rid of Nurzed, because once Nurzed is gone, then now all it is DRS looking at Icy and Giante and XMPO looking at action, and again that gap has widened again. It's back out into the field, it's back out into the openness, it's back away from the ridge, their safe spot, right? So that's what I would have liked to see happen. It doesn't. Killer does take a nade over that way, but then they're focusing over here at action. They're trying to see who's out in the open. Okay, fair enough. Action is behind a hay bale. It's a weaker position. But then this goes on for way too long. DRS, Killer, what are you doing, man? He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know where he should be pointing right now. He doesn't know if he should go forward. He's probably getting conflicting things happening in the comms. Now this has given Falcons time to push. It's given Falcons time to get those Molotovs, pinpoint where they are exactly, and now DRS have given the ridge away. Look, Look who's on top here. Look who's on top, and it's really annoying. It's really annoying. Okay. So all of a sudden, Falcons now have this advantage against Killer. Killer's actually very stuck behind this car. There's nothing he can do here. XMPL trying to get the runaround. Could be okay, but now, he's the only one left up. He's the only one left alive. If we go back, you know, sometimes there's things where like, oh, okay, yeah, he's going around, they're switching positions, this could be really cool. XMPL goes out on his own. And the action he was trying to get rid of is over here. There's action right there. So what's XMPL doing up here? You know, you get the strategy, you get the tactic, right? We see it all the time, this kind of switch around of positions. It often works. But why on earth is XMPL, number one, alone, number two, away from his teammates when his teammates are obviously in trouble? He continues to push forward. Why doesn't he go back? See, this switch of position didn't need to happen. It's a good idea, but not in this case. Not, why would you trade this hay bale for that ridge? Okay, so what? Falcons have taken this ridge back a little bit. Okay. So, they're only on this side. Right? They're only on this side. You can take the weak spot back again. Two point if you wanted to, right? Help your teammates. Switch it around. But my god, don't just leave. Kill me. Anyway. So, all of a sudden, Killer goes down. Now we have a 3v1 situation from a ridge that DRS should have won from. Make it make sense. So, Killer's gonna try and move up. Giante's trying to move up. I suppose they're trying to give that information a little bit. Icy goes down very, very low there. XMPL not gonna be doing a whole lot. And they're just able to just surround and outplay and outdo the doer. All in all, I'm mad because that was an epic fail on DRS's part. I don't like it. We didn't need it, and DRS needed that win. If they had gotten that win, maybe things would have been different in terms of the points, because I don't think they made top 5 after that. This was on day 2. So, very annoying, very sad. But just goes, it shows you kind of what's going on with that and why they actually lost. Because it's easy to go, well, they lost because they should have pushed Falcons, or they should have defended Falcons' push better, or they should have been more aggressive. Yes, but what does that mean? And when you're a coach, when you're an analyst, when you're an IGL, you gotta be more specific than that. Why did Falcons' push work? Why did it work? They pushed in sections. They pushed with smokes and with vehicles. They pushed on the weak side of the ridge. They pushed and Molotoved the top of the ridge so that that pushed DRS down, and so they could take control of the top of the ridge and look down on them. They blew up their vehicles. They, they separated them by gaining attention onto Action, who was still in the field. It distracted XMPL. He was not able to help his team. He got it in a wrong position, and, that sort of thing. Playing on mistakes, but at the same time, Falcons are able to orchestrate those mistakes as well. And that's what you want in a good team. You want as a good team to be able to orchestrate mistakes for the other team. You want to put them in a position where they will fail. And that's what makes a good team, because you're big brain like that. So that's all I have to say on that one, because DRS definitely should have won that. I mean, how could have DRS done this differently, though? Because it's easy to go to see what they did and condemn it, right? But what could they have done differently? Well, let's see very quickly here. Okay, so good sprays, whatever. I would have liked the full squad of DRS to do a little bit more here. Sleepy was in a good spot. We're going to ignore Sleepy because they took him out with the car. It's so hard to avoid that. We're going to ignore what he did there. He did try to regroup, so that's fine. Okay. Immediate. All three players looking this way. Right? Yes, Action is still in the field. He is being that anchor point. He is being that player that makes sure that DRS don't go too far into the field, too far over the ridge. But there's plenty you can do. I would even come in from the road. I would even take a wide berth and go that way. Be a bait if you have to. Do something. What they did do was nothing, basically. You've got two on this side, and they group up a little bit, but XMPL's still looking at Action for no reason. There's no need to look at Action. Ignore him. You've got the ridge as cover. He can't see you. Get rid of Nurzed. And it's just like... So they should have been far more aggressive right up front, because DRS are a really good team at defense. This is their thing. You'll often hear DRS being called too passive, to this, to that, snakes, whatever. They play to their strength, and their strength is defense. So I don't understand why they couldn't defend here. Very odd. So yeah, should have pushed all three, all four, whatever, to the front line. They should be using the nades. Killer, why didn't you use your nade here? Why are you going back? Because look what they do right after. They Molotov and they nade and they get the control of the hill from Killer. Why didn't he use his nades? Look at this. Immediately, Molotovs, this, that, the other. He has to fall back now. Oh, great. So no defense whatsoever. Falcons are able to just run through. So DRS should have been far more aggressive. Immediate defense, nades, etc., etc. Ignore Action completely. But they didn't. And now they've got them separated, and now they're getting in with the Molotovs, and now they're gonna win. And that's how they did that. Exactly, Joey, exactly. Have an idea, but don't chase him. Aman, you know nothing? How so, sir? How so? Let me know. If I know nothing here, I'm curious, what do you think is the problem here? Why do you think DRS lost? Why do you think Falcon won? What's your opinion? What makes you say, I know nothing here? And then not try and get back to your team when chaos ensued. Unless for whatever reason they told him to keep going with the flank. Maybe. I think there's some issues with comms here, because Killer moving back and forth with a nade in his hand does nothing and is kind of useless, so there must have been conflicting comms coming in there, like, oh, you should do it, no, you shouldn't, or something. I don't know, but that's what it sounds like to me. So that's kind of my thoughts on this game here. I have many thoughts, but yeah, I think they're good thoughts. Personally, I feel like that's kind of the issues there, and I think if I was coaching DRS, I would tell them exactly this and show them what went wrong. So for me as a coach, if I was coaching DRS, this is exactly what I would tell them.